Hey guys, we're with PhoneArena here, live from IFA 2015, having my first hands-on experience with the Sony Xperia Z5, the newest flagship by Sony. Right off the bat, you can see that the company has decided to stick with its traditional handset design, mostly a rectangular slab, produced of extremely exquisite glass and metal materials for the front and back side. We have durable glass, and the whole thing is surrounded by this tough aluminum frame. The new thing here in the design of the Xperia Z5 is hidden right here in the power button of the handset, which now houses touch fingerprint scanner, and I'll show you how it works in a while. So I believe that's actually a first, having a fingerprint scanner embedded on the side of the phone. Now, as a whole, the design of the handset is probably getting a bit tired now, seeing that we've been seeing it ever since the original Xperia Z, this type of appearance, but I don't think we really should complain, seeing that it's still one of the better looking handsets out there, and Sony is making meaningful improvements too. For example, the phone really feels very light for its size. I actually don't like the edges here on the back because they tend to feel a bit too sharp for my taste, but we'll see how things work when the phone launches. Now, the display on the Xperia Z5 is a 5.2-inch affair with Full HD 1080p resolution, so it stays the same as before. It's an IPS screen, pretty good quality. Now, probably some of you may be worried the lack of Quad HD resolution, but you shouldn't really be, seeing that the screen really looks very, very smooth, very fine, so legibility is really perfect at that screen size and that resolution. Under the hood, we have the Snapdragon 810 chipset, so I have absolutely no doubts that the handset is going to fly, no matter what you're doing with it. It's complemented by the Adreno 430 GPU also, and 3 gigs of RAM, so as you can imagine, even the most demanding games and applications out there are going to run just explosively well on the Xperia Z5. Another key feature of the handset resides right here on the back side. Sony, a traditionally strong player when it comes to mobile imaging, is stepping up its game once again with the new X-Mode RS sensor here, which is going to be 23 megapixel one, up from the 20.7 megapixel one on previous Xperia Z smartphones. What's more, Sony is claiming that it's gotten the autofocusing capabilities here just right, because it's claiming a record fast autofocus of just 0.03 seconds, which is extremely fast. It's faster than an instant, so to speak. So let's give it a try right now. I'll try to focus with the phone. Thankfully, Sony is keeping the dedicated camera shutter here, right here. So you can easily launch your camera just by holding it for a second, and there it goes. The camera has launched. Now let's give the autofocus a try. When the circle here in the center becomes blue, that means it has successfully locked its focus. As you can see, we can't actually see anything but a blue circle here, meaning that this phone focuses extremely fast. Now, I've been playing with it for a few minutes now, and I've noticed that at certain rare occasions it does tend to take up to half a second to lock the focus, but like 90% of the times it's really instantaneous, as you can see with the autofocusing. Let me take a picture That's how you take a picture. It successfully locks the focus, and I am successfully taking a picture. While I'm showing you this right now, let me note that there are 5 color versions of the Xperia Z5. A white one, which is this one. There's also a black one, a graphite one, a golden one, and an aqua one, which is somewhere between blue and green. So, but it's really fresh, fresh like the sea. So on the front side, there is also a pretty nice, promising selfie camera. Right up here, it's a 5 megapixel shooter with Sony sensor once again, and it can also shoot 1080p video. Speaking of video, the main camera here, the 23 megapixel one, it can take 4K video. You know, business as usual. And what I really find truly impressive is that it can go up to 12,800 ISO. So I'm really looking forward to taking a look at how the Xperia Z5 is going to handle low light photography. So here is how the new fingerprint sensor on the Xperia Z5 works. It's here, right here, below the power button. You can use it to safely unlock your device. Now you have to press the key, hold your button for just a second there, and in an instant the device gets unlocked. Now I'll walk you through the fingerprint registration process so you can see how what it looks like on the Xperia Z5. You need to go to Settings, Security, Fingerprint Manager, and then let us register a fingerprint. So before you can register a new fingerprint, you need to confirm with an existing fingerprint. So that's my fingerprint here. So I just position my finger right there. There we go. So let's start. Put your finger on the power button on the right. Lift your finger every time you feel vibration. And so it goes. I'm repeatedly positioning my finger on the fingerprint sensor here where the power key is. So it takes about probably 10 to 15 times. And from time to time, it reminds you that for an even better reading, move your finger a bit so that it can capture the edges of your fingerprint successfully. Now we hit done, and as you can see, that's what you can use the fingerprint for. Unlock the device, which is like, you know, 95% of fingerprint use cases these days. So once again, we press the button, keep our finger there, and in just an instant the phone gets unlocked. Let's do it once again. So it obviously tends to work pretty well. Yeah, looking pretty good. Now, unfortunately, Sony hasn't revealed anything in the way of release date and price, but hopefully the company is gonna make that really crucial information available soon. Until then, just be sure to stay tuned to PhoneArena.com, because we're gonna bring you the latest news when it comes to the Xperia Z5.